stuff. So Cam Newton said he would not give back his MVP for a championship, a Super Bowl championship.
Yeah.
So let's hear the sound. This is Cam Newton on First Take today.
I ask you, Cam, if you could give back that league MVP for a Super Bowl championship, would you do it?
Nope.
Oh.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
What's more important, impact or championships? Everybody's not going to be Michael Jordan. Everybody's not going to be Patrick Mahomes. Everybody's not going to be these individuals who have the luxury of saying, hey, I not only dominated this sport, but I also have championships to back it. Like, let me remind you, Brad Johnson won a Super Bowl. Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. Respectfully, Nick Foles won a Super Bowl. So, yes, when you look at those guys and you say, okay, what's more important? Would you have preferred to win a Super Bowl? I think that's the humble approach. But if we're being honest, the impact of you holding yourself accountable to say everybody has a responsibility to do. And you can say as an MVP award winner or an All-American, you've held yourself or you've held your end of the bargain down. And that's what it really comes down to for me. I know that's not the popular pick. I'm trying to be popularized. But my take is I'm taking individual success because I did my job. Football is not about one guy trying to do 11 jobs. Mm-hmm. It's 11 guys doing one job. And if everybody does their job best, famous words of our coach Belichick, just do your job.
Let's do it. Boulder Dash, poppycock, total nonsense. If you told me I could be sports writer of the year or be a part of a reporting team to win a Pulitzer, I'm winning a Pulitzer, okay?
That's good.
Am I right?
No, that was a great. I was wondering how you could tie that into what we do. That was good, brother.
But that's how it would be. But to be sports writer of the year, that's cool. Win a Pulitzer?
Right.
You know how many few people win a Super Bowl? Come on, man. Ain't no way you can equate the two. And basically, this was a lame way of saying I played well. Those other guys didn't do their job. That's why I didn't win a Super Bowl, because they didn't do their job. No, that's not why you play. Come on, really?
Right.
I'm sorry. I haven't spoken to Lamar Jackson. I guarantee you, if he wins the MVP and you asked him, can you turn in your 3 MVPs for a Super Bowl championship, I guarantee you he would take the Super Bowl. I guarantee you.
Without a doubt.
What guy who plays doesn't want to hold the trophy at the end and win a championship?
Especially that position where you're judged ultimately by that.
Absolutely.
Barry Sanders, if you ask a lot of pros, they'll say, who the best running back? Barry Sanders, they won't even hesitate. You know that. You've covered it, the sport. People love Barry. It's different for a what? Quarterback. That position, you get judged differently. Now, let's walk down a few things, Rob Parker. Now it makes sense why Cam Newton didn't dive on that ball.
Thank you. And of all things, I'm glad you brought that up, because I was
close. It makes all the sense now, because he was like, I did my part. I drove us down here. I ain't jumping on that ball. Right. You dive on that ball when it's us versus anything, right?
That was the game.
It's us versus everybody. We're trying to win this game. I'm jumping, and even if my shoulder gets dislocated and the backup got to come in, well, dang it, we got the ball.
We got a chance.
We still got a chance to be in this thing. So that makes sense why he's making business decisions for Cam. Let's keep walking down this line. It doesn't mean a thing without that ring, again, for the quarterback position. And if you want to tie it into some things, you have people who, they may not make it, but they're Hall of Fame considered because they have rings. Robert Horry is now eligible for the Hall of Fame because he has 7 rings. It's not because he has his own personal accolades, because Robert Horry has 7 titles.
He was he was a clutch performer in big moments.
Without a doubt.
If you want to put what
they got the Pro Bowl activities going on right now. I don't know what else to call it right now.
Can we turn the channel?
Eli Manning is right here.
Can we turn the channel?
And I mean this. You and I argue about Eli all the time. The reason why he's going to get in the Hall of Fame is because he has 2 what? Two rings.
He has 2 rings.
He was never even all-pro, but he's going to get in because he has the rings.
And 2 Super Bowl MVPs.
And so that's my point, is you need those things, especially at the quarterback position, to continue to, to elevate your career and your stature. And last point for me, he sounds like somebody who didn't win a championship.
Yeah, obviously.
You know what I mean? I didn't win, so I can.
You won a state high school basketball
Dude, let me tell you something.
You wouldn't give that up.
Let me
I
tell
know
you
you
something.
wouldn't.
I won a state
right?
championship in high school, which is minuscule in comparison
And you would
to
never
college.
give that up.
Bro, when I tell you how much 20 whatever years later that still means to me, and it isn't just simply because to say we won. It's because I know what we went through.
To get there,
I know what
right.
that team went through. I know what that guy's personal situation. I know my own personal journey, how we came together, differences. We don't like. Dude, that meant so much to me.
I believe it.
And again, I don't even want to bring it up because it's high school. It wasn't.
No. But
the point of it is.
But I get it. I'm serious.
It means something. So for him to say it just showed I did what I did. Well, clearly you're one of the better quarterbacks, or another team would be, and you all did what you did. That's why we're in this Super Bowl game. You know, we all did our thing right. Give me the ring. I think he sounds like somebody who didn't win one.
Of course,
and
that's
I
what
want
it
to find
sounds
a way
like.
to justify and be okay with it.
And be okay with it and let everybody know. I still won an MVP. You guys can't talk bad about me because I won an MVP. We know where you fit in as a quarterback. Yeah. And then to bring up like Brad Johnson and Trent Dilfer, those teams were dominated by their defense.
Like
Stop
two
it.
of the literal greatest of all time.
Yes, those are like two of the greatest defenses ever, and nobody brings those guys up.
But I think they're good examples in that. Okay, let's call Trent Dilfer. Trent Dilfer, would you rather me swap out that Super Bowl ring or give you an MVP? Give me my Super Bowl trophy back.
100%.
Yeah, so
and then he brought up Nick Foles, the same thing. And at least in Nick's case, he balled out in the Super Bowl.
Ain't no question about it.
He out Brady.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the all-time great performances. Didn't he? He almost had 500 yards in that Super Bowl.
Nick Foles was balling out of his mind.
Yes, and he also caught a touchdown. And
he
Brady
caught a
missed
touchdown,
one.
right. And think about that. He got to catch a touchdown, win a Super Bowl.
Yes.
Man, he living. His son's son is going to live up on from that moment.
And you notice when you go to the card shows and all that other stuff, Super Bowl winning quarterback put you on a different level. Come on, man.
It hits so
Not
differently.
MVP, Super Bowl winning quarterback. You won a Super Bowl? Yes.
Look, an MVP meant you were incredible that season. But watch this. Joe Burrow, if he wins one more extra game or two, he messed around and could have won an MVP this year. You don't think he would give that MVP back for a Super Bowl ring? You know what I mean? Joe Burrow had this great season. And had he won a game or two extra and really had a shot at winning an MVP, he would absolutely give that away to be in the postseason, have a chance to win a Super Bowl, win a Super Bowl title. And I'm shocked. I'm not shocked that Cam said it, given kind of how Cam's been Cam, but it makes a whole lot more sense why he ain't dive on that football in the Super Bowl. Cam Newton says he ain't trading his MVP for a Super Bowl championship.
Routes.
Me and Rob say, Cam, you're tripping. 877-99 on Fox. What say you?
Let's go, Marty in Kentucky. We haven't heard from Marty in a long time.
What's up, Marty?
What's up, Marty?
Wow. What's up, fellas? I was thinking about you yesterday morning, Rob. They was dogging you on Two Bros and a Cup of Joe.
Were they?
They was trying to say you was cheap. Brady Quinn said that he was hitting you up for some merch for his kids, and Jonas was telling him it was never coming. I wanted to call in and tell him he was a very generous man.
Thank you, Marty.
Ridiculous.
I bought his son River his first pair of Jordans, didn't I,
that's
Marty?
Nice.
Yeah, and he's hooping.
Oh, that's good. He's a hooper.
You might have started it.
There we go.
But Rob, on the subject, I was watching the show today. I was watching Cam in his big 30-gallon hat. All up in his feelings, way up in his feelings. This is why I believe some ex-players are meant for big network television and some are meant for podcasts. You can go back and look at Cam Newton when he won an NCAA championship, and you can go back and look at him when he accepted that MVP, and you can just tell me which one he looked happier on. I'm calling bull on this.
Absolutely, 100%, Marty. Great call. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it, Marty. Who
How
we got
about
next?
Q in Arizona? You're
What's
on the
up,
Odd
Q?
Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up?
Hey, what's happening, fellas? Listen, I understand the way that y'all feel about this, but let's think about this. I would rather, if I was Cam Newton, I would rather win a championship because he would be relevant to the championship. But on the flip side, if I won a championship and I'm at the end of the bench, it doesn't even really matter.
No.
Man, Q, you're so wrong.
hold on.
No,
Hold on.
no.
Go ahead, Q.
Well, right. This is just my opinion, not yours.
Right.
So we're saying.
Yeah, but
is-
we could
what I'm
disagree
saying
with
is-
your opinion. That doesn't mean that we can't disagree, Q.
Oh, right.
Okay, I just want to make sure you understand how that works.
Right. No, I get it. But what I'm saying is, I'm sure that man on the end of the bench would love to have won an MVP of something.
Well, if he's
But
on the
if-
end of the bench, he wouldn't be up for an MVP. So that doesn't make sense. You can't be on the end of the bench and then be up for an MVP. Thanks, Q.
And I actually, Q,
No, I'm not
Q,
saying.
I
Thank you.
actually,
I'm not-
Q, I get what you're saying, that they would wish they had that talent. They could have been an MVP. But no, I still guarantee you go talk to somebody who won a ring, who was a part of championship. Dude, the city they're in, they never have to do anything again. They're a made man because they
Absolutely.
won a championship in said town. Made man, even if you were on the bench.
Nick in New York, you're on the Odd Couple Fox
you know
Sports
how Rick
Radio.
Mahorn is in Detroit.
Yes.
Rick Mahorn played 1.5, like a 2-3 seasons with Detroit. That's it.
They love him.
And he is revered.
I love how you guys lined it up where I'm going to say that they're made men. Nick Foles, if he goes out in Philly right now,
Yes.
he's not
Made
paying-
man.
He's not paying for anything. I also think the short stint that Kawhi had in Toronto, he's a
Yes.
legend there.
Made
Because
man.
of that. The other part, and I'm going to hit home here, Cam Newton is so selfish, and that's why he dresses like such a bozo. Even if he's wrong, he just wants you to look at him. He's so selfish. He's so tone deaf to like what a teammate and a championship means. Thank you.
Spot
I
on,
appreciate
Nick.
it.
Spot on. Dre in Michigan, in Massachusetts, I should say. You're on the Odd Couple
Dre done moved?
Fox Sports Radio. What's up? Andre. Uh-oh. Andre, did he bail out?
Hold on, Dre. I know that ain't the Dre I know. Yo, he's talking right now. Yo, can you guys hear me, man? Thanks for the call. Can you hear
All
me?
right, Drew in New Jersey. You're
thanks
on the
for
Odd
taking
Couple.
my call.
Yeah.
Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Drew?
What's up, Drew?
So I think it matters. Are we talking like a Trent Dilfer Super Bowl, or are we talking like?
It doesn't matter.
Dude, this is
you
Super
you
Bowl.
pick, hey,
It's a
you
Super
pick
Bowl.
the Super
Come on,
Bowl. Doesn't
yeah.
matter. You pick it.
Yep, a Super Bowl.
I mean,
Are
I think I would take the Philip Rivers money over like a Trent Dilfer Super Bowl, because no matter what you say, every single Super Bowl is, when you mention the Bucs, oh, you know, you have like a Brad Johnson or a Trent Dilfer. I'd rather have the accolades and get all that money. But if you're talking like, hey, Cam Newton versus someone like that doesn't have an MVP, like a Drew Brees, obviously like a Drew Brees, I think it matters. I think it's context.
No, I don't
But I
think
think
so.
we all-
I really don't, Drew. I think a Super Bowl as a
Thanks for
part
the
of
call,
a
Drew.
team is better than an individual accolade. And I think what I said,
Specifically for that quarterback position, too. That's like, to me,
Right.
that adds even another layer
right.
to it.
And like I said to you earlier, as a sports writer my entire life, Rob, you could be sports writer of the year, or you could be a part of a reporting team that won a Pulitzer Prize. It's not even close. I don't care about being sports writer of the year. A Pulitzer, the highest honor in journalism, I'm taking the Pulitzer.
Yeah, I'm with you.